share some amazing skincare tips with you. And I'm going to put the link to my blog here. There we go. And pin that. And so I've got my cleanser on, I've got the steamer going. Hello, how are you? I definitely recommend steam or a humidifier. I steam a couple times a week, and also at night you might want to run a humidifier or even a vaporizer. Like I had a really bad cold about a month ago, and I ran the vaporizer for days, but just to get that extra humidity in the air, and especially while you sleep. So while we talk a little bit about your skincare and winter tips, it's important to know that when the seasons change, the air not only gets more cool, it becomes more dry. And that dryness you will begin to feel in your skin, not just on your face, but even on your body, okay? So one of the things I definitely recommend, like I said, is steam to really get that moisture and help your cleanser penetrate the skin. I heard it actually doesn't really open up pores from a dermatologist video that I watched, but I still think it definitely helps with hydrating your skin to cleanse with the steamer going and have your humidifier running at night. Your skin also tends to dry out more in the summer. As you age. And where I was going with summer though is I don't feel as dry in the summer because I live in Wisconsin, and there's a great big swimming pool to the east of me called Lake Michigan, and we actually get some pretty warm summers here. And what happens with those warm summers is that it puts a lot of moisture in the air, and so you want to look for ingredients that actually are humectant and will pull moisture from the air into your skin. And that's why I like the idea of having a humidifier or vaporizer going at night. So I'm putting on an enzymatic exfoliator because that's another skincare tip for winter, because what that does is it digests the dead skin cells. As we mature, the skin turnover, cell turnover regeneration process slows down. At its peak, the cells will regenerate themselves, die off, and regenerate themselves. I got something in my eye. Every 28 days. And that can slow down to 50 some days, each year that we have a birthday, which is a great thing. Having birthdays is a good thing. So this is a papaya and pineapple enzyme exfoliator, and so I'm using it like a paste. I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. I'm actually going to move the steamer back just a tad so that it can remove that. One of the things I notice is I get a little bit of texture right in here when it's time to exfoliate. I went live earlier this week to go through and show this, and I forgot it was in the shower, and I just didn't want to go back there and get it. Oh, and plus I had the serum on already, so I didn't want to exfoliate and waste that serum. So we'll let that sit for a minute, and then we'll rinse that off. So exfoliating is huge as you mature because the cells don't necessarily regenerate on their own, and you want to get that off. So the reason that's a great winter skincare tip is because that's when your skin is definitely going to be more dry, more flaky, more dull, and more textured because of that dryness, right? And so you definitely want to exfoliate 2 times a week, even with a gentle one like what I'm using. Any more than that, you risk damaging your skin's moisture barrier, and that's not good. Okay, that's not good. So we'll go ahead and wipe this off. Sometimes I actually rub it in. You can see it's working because I'm looking a little red in the face. And I love that it just wipes off. I actually use this all over the body. I use it in the tub, on my legs, my thighs. I find my thighs, my lower back need a lot of exfoliation these days. So word on the street is we actually have a body scrub coming out. I cannot wait for that. Cannot wait for a brown sugar body scrub. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to spritz with the 4-in-1 hydrating mist. And I'm going to put on some serum. Okay, so aside from exfoliating, one of the things I talked about in the last video is moisturizing. You definitely want to be moisturizing 2 times a day. I use 2 different moisturizers. I use my daytime moisturizer. It doesn't have SPF in there. And then I use my nighttime Dream Luxe sleep mask really 3 to 4 nights a week, because I don't use it every night, but 3 to 4 nights a week, okay? And so moisturizing twice a week, you may need one for morning, you may need a different one for night. A lot of people differentiate their morning one because it has sunscreen in it. The one I use at night doesn't have a retinoid or retinol in it, but it has bakuchiol, I don't know how to pronounce that, which is a plant-based ingredient, but it gives you a lot of the same ingredient, the benefits of actual retinol, okay? And so retinols are one of those things that you definitely want to use at night. They're products that you want to use at night to help the skin regenerate itself and the cells to renew and all of that. So next I'm going to go into my hydrating mask. This has hyaluronic acid in it, it's got collagen, and it has baobab oil in there, okay? So it's amazing, I love it, and we'll talk through some more of the tips. I love to get the nose thing down before I put it on, because otherwise, oh, this is so amazing. It's been in the fridge for 30 minutes. The only thing I don't like about these is they don't unfold all that easily. But once you get through that, it's so worth it. Okay, there we go. Okay, and so this is great for moisture because it creates an occlusive barrier, which helps to force the ingredients down into the skin. Always hit your décolletage, hit the back of your neck, and then I do the other parts of my body, okay? So while that's on, I'm just gonna, oh my God, this feels so good. I need to get some more eye masks too. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta order from Amazon. Okay. All right, so let's go through the winter skincare tips. Let's just start at the top like we haven't even talked already. Okay, so number 1 is moisturize, because like I talked about, your skin, the air gets more dry in the winter, right? In most places, even Florida, that while it still may be more humid than here in Wisconsin, it's less humid than it is in summer there. And if you live there, you can feel that in your skin. It might be the opposite for you, where in the summer it's more not the same, the equivalent of winter, but the opposite effects, right? So because the air is more dry, you also get more dry in your skin as you age. You want to moisturize. You may need to change your moisturizer. You may need a different moisturizer from the morning and at night. For example, I use one, which you'll see later, 3 to 4 nights a week, that has an ingredient that's a plant-based ingredient that behaves and gives you a lot of the same effect as retinols. And so retinol is an ingredient that you want to use at night. So moisturize at least twice a day. Along with that is steaming and or having a humidifier or vaporizer running at night to work with those ingredients like your retinol and that, to really put the moisture back into the skin. For example, an ingredient that we're going to talk about is hyaluronic acid, and hyaluronic acid is a humectant, so it's going to pull in moisture to the skin from out of the air. And so because the air is more dry, to give that product more of a chance to do more for you, running the humidifier, running a vaporizer, and even in like an all-room humidifier, and having one for, you know, wherever you spend the most time in your house, having that humidifier is a good thing. Okay. The other thing is you may need to use a facial oil. You may want to, some people suggest applying it with your moisturizer, like putting a few drops and adding it to your moisturizer and at night. What I recommend, however, is using it as the last step, because then what happens is it's locking that moisture in. I don't know that it's really as effective, and this is just me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an esthetician. This is just my brain working here, so you can take it and do with it what you want. It just doesn't seem like it's really going to lock in that moisture, which is what you want it to do, and help really, oh my God, it just really softens the skin and helps give you a glow. So yes, you can glow in winter if you follow these tips, right? And you just have to figure out what works for you. Like I said, I'm not a doctor or an esthetician. Exfoliate. You saw me exfoliate. We talked about exfoliating 2, maybe 3, but I really try to stick to 2 times a week, because you don't want to over exfoliate, to slough off that dead, dry, dull, flaky skin. And just, I mean, it's one of, if you want to see an immediate result with your skin, there are 2 things to me that will do it: hyaluronic acid and exfoliate. If you do everything else the same and you change those 2 things, you will see a difference most likely. And to me, why would you even want to do everything else the same if you're doing it wrong anyway? And add those 2 things to get the most out of them. Just do everything right. All right. So the other thing is to wear sunscreen, even indoors. And yes, even in winter. It's important to wear that sunscreen to protect you from the rays. And they all don't come from the sun. Some of them come from our devices. If you spend a lot of time on the phone, you spend a lot of time on the laptop, in front of the TV monitors and that, it is a great idea to wear SPF. There are 3 things that are essential when it comes to your beauty routine: cleanse, moisturize, and SPF of 30 or above. Okay. Everything else, what I'm doing, everything else is optional and as needed. But those 3 things are important, and you definitely want to do them twice a day. Toner, everything else is optional. Everything else is optional. And I've heard that from plenty of credible sources, because like I said, I'm not an esthetician or a doctor. Okay. And then the other thing is look for ingredients like collagen. Like this mask has collagen. I want to build up that collagen, because as I'm getting older, the collagen is breaking down and the fat pads are breaking down under the skin. So trying to slow that process down as much as possible with products that have high quality. This has marine collagen in there. It's also got the baobab oil, hyaluronic acid, and all these other things. I can read it off the label for you, because each one is different. Okay. So looking for ingredients that are going to help boost collagen production is a great thing, and repair your cells. That's why I use this moisturizer at night, to repair the cells and really, you know, try to make everything look good as it can for my age. You know what I mean? Really slow down aging as much as possible, because it's like taxes. You know what I mean? I'll pay my fair share, but not a penny more. Okay. Drink lots of water, and I already talked about the humidifier. Okay. The other ingredient, like I mentioned before, is hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is important because it carries 1,000 times its weight in water. Okay. Carries 1,000 times its weight in water. And so that's going to really help plump up and firm the skin. It's excellent for that. There's this meme, and I've made my own version of it and posted it, and it talks about, you're not old, you're dehydrated. Okay. You're not old, you're dehydrated. And the hyaluronic acid is going to be your friend when it comes to plumping up, juicing up the skin and giving it a beautiful glow from the inside out. Okay. That's why I'm doing all of this, because I really slacked over the holiday. I was masking like almost every day there for a while, but the week between Christmas and New Year's, I think I lost myself skincare routine wise. Okay. All right, so and since we're talking winter skincare tips, do not forget your lips. You need to put an SPF on your lips. You need to exfoliate your lips because if they're anything like mine, they peel and crack during the winter because of the dryness in the air. So I use the lemon sugar lip scrub, which I'll be pulling out here in a minute. And then also the sleep mask with the eucalyptus oils and baobab oil in there is just a dream. I love that mask. And I actually can't find my bathroom one. So I just ordered another one because I need 2 or 3 of those at all times. I cannot be without it. I do have an extra. And the backup to that one, I actually sold. So as soon as I sold it, I lost mine. But yeah, so you want to take care of your lips too. So exfoliate, moisturize, and treat those, as well as wear SPF. Put some SPF on your lips, just a little bit, because your lips, your mouth will age you and tell the truth on you. And I'm ice rolling. This makes such a huge difference. Oh my God, do this every day. It is just amazing how soft and smooth your skin looks, and it really helps to push the product down in there as well. I love it. And it's cooling too, so if you're getting that age and changes and stuff are starting to happen, and you sometimes are your own personal sauna, I've heard that the ice roller is really nice for that, okay? So we'll let that do its thing a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in and get just a little bit of eye cream. Also, don't forget your body, okay? Your skin is your body's largest organ, and it covers your entire body. So you want to take care of that. And part of that is making sure that, like after I get off of this live, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take a steaming hot bath. But then I'm also going to make sure to re-moisturize my skin and add oils back into it. And I'm also going to have some oil in that steaming hot bath as well, okay? So if you've been watching, or you watched from the beginning on the replay and you've made it this far, you've heard me say before how I use the illuminating polish all over my body to exfoliate, and can't wait for that brown sugar scrub because your body needs exfoliation too. I miss the days where I would go to Florida in the winter for work and then go on a spa day and get like the body polish scrub where they scrub you down in the copper tub, and that I miss those days. So here I am doing it myself, and it's not as good, but it's better than nothing. So your body needs exfoliating, especially like your elbows, your knees, your ankles, your heels. For me, for some reason, the back of my knees get nasty. Have to body scrub that stuff, right? I saw somebody post a meme talking about women leaving that body dirt from their thighs on the toilet. That means you need to exfoliate that, the back of your legs. And no, that's not how I know I need to do it. It's when I get out of the tub and I'm drying and there's dead skin coming off the towel as I'm, drying. I know, okay, pull out the exfoliator and exfoliating. Now, like from your knees to your ankles, hopefully you're not shaving above your knees. Shaving actually does do some exfoliation for you on the legs, okay? But you still need to do, like I love to go get the pedicure, and I always pay for the deluxe package and have them do the salt and all of that to exfoliate the legs and, all that stuff that they do, and you can do that at home as well. So like I said, I will exfoliate, pat down, moisturize with our body lotion, which has the baobab oil and the hyaluronic acid in there, so it's got skincare in there for your body. And then also in the winter, I will put a few drops of the oil in there as well, okay? I'm going to use a little bit of lip scrub. It's so sweet and lemony. And a little bit goes such a long way, a very long way. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and put my lip treatment on. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a couple pumps of the Dream Luxe Sleeping Mask. Like I said, it's got wine extract in there. It's got the bakuchiol. I wish I really knew how to pronounce that. I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce that. Oh my god, my skin is so soft. I wish you could feel how soft this is. It is so soft. So soft. And so it cleans out the pores. It really softens the skin because it, you know, helps the cells to regenerate, and it really helps give you that glow from within. It's got the vitamin C esters in there. Go back and look at my post with the apples and how I cut an apple in half, and on one apple and one half of the apple I used the Dream Luxe Sleeping Mask, and the other half I didn't, and how in an hour, just about an hour, you could see how the one half that had no product on it was starting to turn brown, which is oxidation, and how the side that had product, did it start to turn brown? Yes, but not at the rate that the other half did. And so it really helps slow down aging with that vitamin C. It really helps fight the free radicals in the air that can really, you know, not be a good thing for you. So put that on 3 to 4 nights a week, and I'm just gonna ice roll a little bit, and then I'll give one last roll call of my tips, and then we'll be done. I just want to roll this down my back. All right, and last up, like I said, I'm going to use a couple drops of the Bellame facial oil, Baobab facial oil. It's got the Baobab oil in there, which comes from the Tree of Life. It's very antioxidant, amazing anti-aging powers. It also has apricot oil, apricot oil. It has the grape seed oil, coconut oil, and not coconut oil that you cook with. Coconut oil, that's for skin, so it's much less likely to break you out. So it's got like 9 different oils in there, and it, like, seriously, I wish you could feel my skin right now. It's as soft as a baby's bottom. Just absolutely amazing. Okay, and then ice roll that in, because you do want to be careful with oils. Not that oils are bad, but you just want to make sure you're using the right oils. Like, I wouldn't go take olive oil. It does, one thing that's in there is olive oil. I think olive oil seed extract or something like that, but I wouldn't use olive oil from the kitchen on my face. That's not what's in there, the stuff that you cook with. Much more, you know, for face. I won't say refined, because you don't necessarily want to use refined oils on your face either, I think, from what I heard. And I also heard, I forget those chicks that I follow, that oils are good for at night. So there we go. So last roll call of skin tips. Number 1, moisturize twice a day. And that may mean you need to use 2 different moisturizers. That may mean you need to actually swap out and use a completely different moisturizer. When I used another skincare line, that's what I used to do, is I would switch to a different skincare line moisturizer in the winter, one that was thicker, had vitamin E in it, and vitamin C, for some very intense moisture in the winter, but it was too much in the summer, so I would switch to something lighter. And also use a facial oil, as you just saw me do, to really help soften the skin, give you that glow from the inside out, and lock in that moisture. And I like to do that, like I said, after I moisturize. So cleanse, if you use serum, moisturize, and then you can do eye cream. I tend to do eye cream beforehand, because that's the way I learned this skincare line. And 3 is exfoliate. 2 to 3 times a week, more like 1 to 2. I would start with 1 to 2 and see how that works before I dare just try to go straight to 3. I don't even do 3. Okay. Number 4 is wear your sunscreen, SPF 30 or higher. Yes, even when you're indoors, and don't forget to SPF your lips. And the next one is look for collagen producing ingredients. Look for hyaluronic acid. You know, so you can really, and even vitamin C to really help deep moisturize, as well as regenerate the cells and fight free radicals and aging. Okay, and then also don't forget about your lips, to have a regimen for those, to exfoliate to treat and to wear SPF on your lips. Don't forget your body, those knees, behind the knees, ankles, heels, your elbows, hands, all of that needs exfoliating. It needs moisturizer, and you can even use your skincare stuff on other parts of your body for intense moisture. Okay, so those are my winter skincare tips. Please go ahead and visit my blog. I do have a free beauty class in the link on my bio that you can join. It's within my Facebook group. All the information is there and in a unit just waiting for you to come check it out. And so you can just go to the link in my bio to join that glass skin beauty class, and I will chat with you later. Bye.